This is the 2017 Smith Wesson Indoor National Championship. First time for me shooting this match. Could have done better, but I enjoyed the match. I'm going to present this match in the order of which I shot it. So all shooters shot stage 14, little starter stage. It is a limited 12-round maximum stage. You start with 6 in the gun, pretty simple. Engage T1, freestyle, to the body, to the head. Strong hand only, to the body, to the head. Weak hand only, to the body, to the head. I believe, if you look at my video pretty closely, I think what I did was I flew one headshot on strong, one headshot on weak. I took 11 points down. Unfortunately, this kind of set the tone for the match for me with a lot of points down. But again, I still enjoyed the match. Just started out rough. Next stage for me was stage 12, low light stage, and I did use my flashlight on this stage. I took 5 total points down. You start with a duffel bag in your strong hand. At signal, you drop the bag, engage T1 right in front of you, stationary, and then the target straight ahead in front of that car or behind the car. Those targets are engaged on the move, and then you go to low cover for the remaining targets back in the bay. A little dark. You'll see use of the flashlight, but can't really see the targets. My hat camera as I was lifting my head up, so it's difficult to see. Next stage up, stage 13. You'll see that orange box straight ahead. That's a muzzle safe zone. That you start in a seated position away from that area, and at the signal, stand up, turn around, push that center area with your strong hand, which activates clamshell. And then you have an array in there with a clamshell, and then you have a array on the left and an array on the right. This is a low light stage. I did not use my flashlight. I took 15 points down and 1 hit on a non-threat. So you drop the book, turn around, strong hand only. I was so focused on using my strong hand, I did not turn the safety off on my pistol. So I hesitated a little bit, threw the timing off, which is why I hit the non-threat. A little too fast, a little too early in this match. Cost me the 15 points down and hitting a non-threat. And again, the first few stages of the match took a lot of points down. Stage 2. Next stage, arguably the most elaborately built stage. Includes a charging target, a trolley with 2 targets on it, and a double swinging non-threat. You start facing this power panel, which activates the charging target, and the charging target activates the trolley. Trolley activates the double swinging non-threat. I took 15 points down on this stage, which, comparatively speaking, wasn't too bad. So engage these charging targets, one behind it. Go to the next point of cover, and you have the trolley. Moving a little fast, and then you have the double swinging non-threat. Stage 1 is a low light stage, but as you can see, black lights. Didn't really need my flashlight, so I didn't use it. Black lights actually really illuminated your fiber optic front sight if you had one. So white X's on the table, you'll see unloaded handgun in one, magazine in the other. And in front of those 2 white hands is a little lever. You sit down, place your hands there. When you lift up on that, that activates the swinging non-threat. So at signal, lift up, load your pistol, and engage that first target while seated. The remaining targets, you have 2 options. You could engage them from behind those cabinets or charge forward. But if you charge forward down that hallway, it would hit an electric eye, and both of those arrays, left and right, became cascading, falling targets, which were almost impossible. So I chose the more difficult Kind of had to, not low cover, but I had to squat down and angle, as you can see, to engage these targets. Little gymnastics were involved, but and they were tight shots. I took 7 points down total for the stage. I was actually very happy with the stage. Stage 4, I left the camera running here. You can see the targets in the back because this becomes almost completely dark. It's a low light stage. I did not use a flashlight. Basically, you're suspended in the air on this little platform. You must remain seated on that chair. There's a stick in front of you that you can use to angle yourself, but you couldn't use your legs to do that. You could only use your hand. And all your reloads are in two little cubbies left and right of the center console. You see the center console area there. That's where your pistol loaded goes. I chose to not use my flashlight, and I also chose not to use the stick. I spread my legs kind of wide, took a wide stance, and I leaned. You'll see once the lights go out, kind of hard to see with the camera, but it's a very narrow path, even right there. Took a little look so you could see with the camera. And there's a muzzle safe zone, or an impact zone actually, on the left-hand side. If you shot past that, you would DQ, and that television right in front of you, if you shot, which is an actual television, would be DQ. So at signal, you flip the switch on the dashboard, have some ambient light, some lights on the dashboard of your space shuttle. Very tight shots, but not completely impossible. I actually switched to left-handed supported on the left side, and then on the right side using my strong hand freestyle. I took 5 points down on this stage.
Finished, unload so clear. Slide, trigger, and holsters do not shrink, sir. Cut that light off for me. Thank you, sir. Just
Stage 5, low light stage. I did use my flashlight. Strobe light kind of interfered with the camera, so apologize for a little quirkiness in the camera. But you basically have 15 rounds, unlimited stage, and best three on each target. You engage that target right there before advancing. You have a point of cover there. You have a target and then an additional target. Very tight shots right through there. And one last point of cover, and you have two targets stacked on top of each other. Again, 3 shots each. I took 9 points down total on this stage. Stage 6 is our next stage. Low light stage. I did not use my flashlight on this. I took 10 points down total on this. You'll see in the first array of targets, which you have to be moving for, had some lasers going into it, so you did have some indirect light. Then followed by a visual barrier, 2 targets down the hallway, and the final target required 2 to body, 1 to the head. All other targets required only 2 on each. I chose to take the center target, put 2 shots on it, 3 shots on the targets to the left and to the right of that. And then you have this ATM here, point of cover, and 3 shots on that so that I could do a reload there prior to walking on this. Because you're going right to left, very narrow, and the target on the left had hard cover. Then you go down this passageway, another point of cover, and you have 2 to the body, 1 to the head. I went strong hand only on this. I took 10 on just on that last target. I took 10 points down total on this stage.
clear, slide forward, pull the trigger.
Same crew that built stage 6 built stage 5, also called the monkey stage, Monkey Business. I took 14 points down on this. I did hit 1 non-threat. So your pistol starts out in this cubby hole, loaded down in that box. It's got an electric eye that activates the door, and it has a moving target in that black area that you saw behind that non-threat. Where you start is you start in that captain's chair facing away from the targets. So at signal you turn in the seat, get up, get to your pistol, withdraw your pistol, and all of these targets require 3 shots each. And these are also reduced targets. So the targets only have the down 0 and down 1 areas left to them. That signal, turn, draw, or turned, picked up my pistol. I did put 2 on the monkey in the cage, went back to it after engaging the one moving through the door. I knew I hit the non-threat when I pulled the trigger. I took 14 points down and 1 hit on a non-threat. Stage 7, 15 round minimum, unlimited, 3 shots per target. It was a low light stage. I did not use my flashlight. Arguably, this was my funnest stage, mostly because I did really well. I only took 1 point down, and out of 303 shooters, I finished 17th on this stage. So pretty strong achievement in a major match, let alone a national championship match. Stage 8, also a 15 round unlimited stage, but this little twist on this one was 2 to the body, 1 to the head. Tight shots on that center 2 targets, as you'll see. I was rather conservative on both body shots. As a result, I took 5 points down on this stage. Stage 9, 15 round unlimited stage, 3 per target. Draw and engage. Low light, no flashlight here for me. I took down about 9 points down. Probably just tried to push the speed factor just a little bit too much, but it was hard not to. It's a fun stage. Stage 10, no arguing about it, my worst stage. I took 29 points down on this. Low light stage, and I did use my flashlight. You'll see a cubby to the top and a cubby to the bottom. So you start with your gun loaded there, top or bottom, whichever one you decided. Top, then you had to stay on the top, bottom. They asked me if I wanted a pad there to go low cover, so I used that. And you see that box of Joe. So at signal, you push the box of Joe that activates the swinging target. You kind of see them in the back. They're swinger. It's a swinger. And hit it, start swinging, and all of these targets require 2 to the body, 1 to the head. So it's 12 rounds minimum, and 6 targets and 2 non-threats. I didn't hit any non-threats. I just hit quite a bit of a hard cover and missed headshots. Just pushed it too fast, didn't verify my shots. I had plenty of time. This was just my major malfunction, and it cost me 29 points. Stage 11, my final stage for the day, and you will see the longest. So you're starting to see the position. You see the orange box. At signal, you have basically, again, 3 ports, if you will. 1 on the left, 1 on the right. At center 1, that orange area is a muzzle free zone. You slide that door, activates a double clamshell, and you have an array in the center. This is a low light stage, and I did use my flashlight on this stage. Ultimately, I took 10 points down. At signal, engage the first array of target on the left. Knocked my flashlight off there, had turned it back on, slid the door open, and nothing happened. Second time, still no activating of the clamshells. Third time, still not activating the clamshells. Nor the fourth time. Or the 5th time. Ultimately, it ended up being the battery that held the electric eye. So 6th time was the charm. I was able to successfully complete the entire stage here the 6th time. So a little hardcover on that array on the left. There's hardcover on the right. Clamshells, there we go, with the non-threats. I took 10 points down. At least I didn't hit any non-threats. But I was the last shooter on the stage for my squad, and this was my last stage for the day. This wrapped up my SWIN 2017. I did have an enjoyable match. I enjoyed the facility and the people working it. Could have done better, but hopefully next year I'll have a better performance.